The Mocs return to Finley Stadium with head coach Tom Arth leading the way.
We got an opportunity to do something different. You got to do it better than you've ever done it before. You got to communicate better than you've ever communicated before. It's got to mean more to you than it's ever meant to you before.
And it's a touchdown.
This opportunity, this moment, today, forward, right, to give that type of effort every single day. You got the opportunity to set the standard for what it means to play at Chattanooga.
You're watching Inside Chattanooga Football, hosted by head coach Tom Arth and the voice of the Mocs, Jim Reynolds. Inside Chattanooga Football is presented by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler.
Welcome to Inside Chattanooga Football. I'm Jim Reynolds, and on this program, we're going to focus on UTC's thrilling overtime win over the Citadel Bulldogs. Mocs, of course, won their conference opener in overtime, beating the Bulldogs 29-28, the final score. We have highlights of that thrilling win over the Bulldogs. Also, we'll talk with head football coach Tom Arth and preview the upcoming contest. Mocs on the road again this coming Saturday, taking on in-state rival UT Martin from the Ohio Valley Conference. All that and more when Inside Chattanooga Football returns right after this.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler.
Stands next to Nick Tiano. Tiano wants to throw, sends Price out of the backfield, throws it long, middle of the field, looking for Nunley again, makes the catch at the 30, angled his way, 25, down to the 10, touchdown Chattanooga. Bryce Nunley for 75 yards, and again, split the middle of the field. Tiano hangs it up in the air. Nunley runs
on this side of the field.
Double wing look with a single setback. Right up the middle, a little bit of a burst that time for the Bulldogs. They took Lorenzo Ward out of the game and put in their number 2 back.
I think he might have coughed up the
Yeah,
ball.
he did,
Jim.
right at the end.
I didn't. I was kind of waiting for the official to race in and say it was down, but now they've elected to turn the ball over.
So it's a Chattanooga on first down and 10. Drops back, throw over the middle of the field. Slant complete in the 50-yard line. In Citadel territory, breaking a tackle and moving it up the field. That's Joseph Parker.
This year, he's putting the ball right on the money as well.
2 receivers far side. Tiano drops back, has plenty of time, throws it, finds a dead spot, finds a receiver at the 25-yard line. That's complete. Boy, Tiano had all day again to throw the football. Found Nunley and around fullbacks for Chattanooga. Price is going to get the call up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, breaks 3, into the end zone. Touchdown, Mocs. Wow, what a run of 16 yards. He ran not around, not over, but through 3 different guys as UTC on the board. Receivers far side. Tiano from the gun. Drops straight back. Throws it underneath. Pass caught by Nunley for a Chattanooga first down at the Bulldog 46-yard line. Can't get beat deep. This guy's already scorched a couple of folks in this game. First and 10, Chattanooga. Price gets the call. Some running room up the middle. Keeps his balance and gets inside the 35-yard line. Close to a first down. Yes, it is enough for a first down. They're going to mark it at the 36. So we got a Citadel Bulldogs 7. Tiano from the gun. It's now Alex Trotter in the backfield. And Trotter, play action to him. Tiano slant and in the end zone. Touchdown, Chattanooga. Mocs come right back, and it's Bryce Nunley once again. His second touchdown of the game. In your defense a little bit. Mocs could get good field position here on a 4th and 2 situation with 11 and a half minutes left to play in a 21-21 tie ball game in Charleston. They're going for it. Fake punt. I don't know if he got it. Let's see. Maybe on the second effort they got the
drop
first
ball.
down.
Drop ball, Jim.
Drop ball, and the Mocs say they got it. I would love to see the replay on that.
Time.
Tiano from the gun. 3rd and 15 with time in the backfield. Puts it up in the air. Pass complete to Nunley for a first down at the 26-yard line. Boy, he needed time for that play to develop, and Nunley broke. 3rd down, 7. Citadel with the possession. 21-21 tie. Man moves in motion. Black wants to throw. He's hit and brought down back at the Citadel 48-yard line. That's, I believe, the first sack of the night. Great backside pursuit.
Time and points needed.
3 receivers left, 2 right. Empty backfield once again. Tiano looks over to sideline. Gets the signal from offensive coordinator Justin Riscotti. Dropping back to throw. Stepping up in the pocket over the middle of the field. And that's caught by Nunley at the 25, 20, 10, and down at the 5-yard line. That was not an easy throw. There was not a big window, and Nunley brings it all the way down.
What's your call?
Heads.
He called heads. I'm going to flip it and let it hit the ground, okay? Here we go. It's a heads you want to call.
We want to go on defense.
You want to go on defense.
Yep.
Okay, which end is going to play on? Down there? Okay.
All right, there you go, guys. The Chattanooga wins the coin toss, and obviously they want to play defense first, and we're going to go towards the non-jinxed end zone.
The last time that Will was a part.
Price gets the handoff right up the middle, bowls his way, close, and he's in there. Touchdown, Chattanooga. So the Mocs an extra point away from forcing a second overtime period. Mocs win, 2-point conversion. Let's see.
What play do you have?
Wow. 2-point conversion for the W. Tiano. End around near side and the throw and the touchdown. 2-point conversion and the win. Razzle dazzle for the Chattanooga Mocs and the victory. Going and getting the 2-point conversion, and Chattanooga pulls out the win in overtime. That was impressive, Will. And a 2-point conversion, that's the guttiest call I've seen in a while. Boy, and this is a good celebration right here. I've seen backflips. I've seen people mobbed. Describe that play a little bit. Will, who was the hero, do you know?
Oh, man, that was a wonderful play. So that's the best 2-point play that you got in the book, and what a job. I think it was Nunley on the throw, right, that hit Parker. What a throw. The entire defense was sucked the opposite direction, and it was just a matter if Nunley could get it to Parker. I think that's the 2 that were involved. What a great game.
Honoring all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. Every division, every sport, the Learfield Directors Cup. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook, find us online and on Twitter. The Learfield Directors Cup.
This segment of Inside Chattanooga Football is sponsored by Allegra. 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies.
Welcome back to Inside Chattanooga Football, joined by head football coach Tom Arth. And let's start out with the obvious. It's nice to be 2-0 overall, 1-0 in the league with a road conference victory. Road conference victories are hard to come by, aren't they?
They certainly are. And, we are happy, with where we're at, but we know we have a long way to go. We've played well at times, but we've also made a lot of mistakes that we can correct and hopefully be even better than we've been.
All right, give me this. Saturday against the Citadel looked very good at times, and there were some times I would say very average. Is that fair?
Yes, absolutely. I think again, just the inability to to finish drives in the red zone. Had a couple opportunities where we weren't able to finish, and forced to kick field goals, and we had a turnover down in there in the red zone. So that's something offensively that I think we can really do a lot better job of. We're moving the football very well. We're doing well on 3rd down. We just have to start finishing drives and putting more points on the board.
Before we kind of dissect the game, just total numbers of 452 yards of total offense. We didn't talk about that very much last year. We didn't use that number 452 very often.
No, we didn't. It's been positive. We're running the football much more effectively, which is really helping us be more explosive in the pass game, and it's been good to see that.
All right, talk a little bit, just the game overall. Got off to a great start, 14-point lead in the first half, and then Citadel, as they have done earlier this year and kind of is their MO anyway, came back at the end of the half and really made it a great second-half football game.
They did, and that's really, that's the one thing with that team is I think that they have an ability to come back, and that's not typically the case with a triple option team. Usually if you can get up on a triple option team, it becomes difficult for them. But they have shown that, in our game, this past weekend, as well as, multiple games last year and certainly the Wofford game this season, that they have that resiliency and that ability to come back. And they certainly did against us. And, it was a very emotional and physical game.
Okay, so it's a one-possession game at halftime. They dominate. Citadel dominates the third quarter. Fair enough?
Absolutely. I think offensively we had 2 minutes. They had the ball 2 minutes, and they went on a 19-play drive to start the third quarter, converted multiple fourth downs on that drive. We had 2 penalties on third down, one that would have forced a field goal, down in the low red zone that we ended up giving them a first down, and they eventually scored a touchdown. So I think that's a big thing for us. Obviously controlling the pre-snap penalties, those are just mental errors. That's a lack of focus. We can do a better job of that on both sides of the ball, and then being better in the red zone, both sides of the ball.
Citadel did those things that we talk about in an option attack, just dominate with an 8-minute drive. But you had guys get hurt and other guys step up, and I know you were happy about that.
Absolutely. That was a very, very, very big positive in that game. Really having, 2 D linemen go down, it forced us to, one, Isaiah Mack and Derek Mahaffey had to play a whole lot more snaps than I think we had hoped or anticipated. So I was really proud of those 2 and the way that they just kept fighting, and, they played extremely well. They were, getting, all sorts of different types of blocks, and they had to play those blocks, and they had to keep going, and they did a great job. And Kai Edwards had not taken any reps at defensive line all week, and he was forced to go and play against a triple option team at D-line, and he did an amazing job. Michael Bean had to go back to inside linebacker, which he hadn't repped all week, and did a great job. So was really proud of the way the guys kind of stepped up in light of some of the injuries that we had.
Don't get the field goal at the end of regulation. Just talk one moment. Talk about overtime and what happens. And you made that decision to go for 2 even before you scored the touchdown.
We did. I think that circumstance dictates your decision in moments like that. And I knew that we just facing a triple option team, it's difficult when you give them a short field to get a stop. They're built to to do that. And I didn't want to put our defense back out there, and I had great confidence in our offense, and had belief that they would go and score a touchdown, and that if we put them in a position where they could go win the game for us, we trusted them to do that.
I'm sure as a head coach, it's always fun to watch your team celebrate. Upcoming this weekend, the Mocs on the road at UT Martin. We'll have highlights next time on Inside Chattanooga Football.
Inside Chattanooga Football has been brought to you by Allegra, 24-hour relief from indoor and outdoor allergies. Coca-Cola, Chattanooga Coca-Cola Bottling Company, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler.